Okay, we're going to make a histogram in Microsoft Excel. Now you'll notice that I have data already in this left-hand column. I'm going to first highlight that data, just like that. All right, and then I'm going to go to insert, and you can't quite see insert, so I'm going to move my little window over here. All right, so we'll hit insert, and my dog is crying in the background. I apologize for that. All right. And right here, you'll see like a little thing that looks like a histogram. So we're going to click on that and we're going to choose the histogram shape right here. And there it is. Now, you'll notice that it only gives me 4 bars, and I probably want more. This is test scores I've got over here. And if I look at those test scores, the lowest test score is at 20. And the highest test score, I believe, is like a 99. Yeah, a 99. All right. So it would be logical to have these bins, or each of the bars, to go from like 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. In other words, in increments of 10. So all I'm going to do is click right here on the horizontal axis. I'll double click. Well, there it goes. And it came up over here on the right. All right, and I'm going to change the width of my bins to 10. And if I think about the number of bins I want, if I have one from 20 to 30, or 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and 90 to 99, that's 8 bins. So I'm going to make this 8 bins. And when we have just 4 of them, it really isn't a very helpful histogram. It's just too small, too few bins. All right, and so now that I have that, I am going to go ahead and notice that over here it's got the whole thing. And I can see a little bit better what my distribution looks like. Notice that we can tell that there's a lot that are in the 70s category, which generally that will be the case on a test. There are a lot of 80s and 90s, so there's a lot of A's, B's, and C's, and a lot lower of the other categories. So this gives me a much better picture of what my histogram looks like. And of course, this is what we call a left skewed set of data, because the tail, if we think of this, if we think of a curve as going over the top of these bars, the tail of that curve would be way out to the left here. All of these smaller pieces of data are pulling out the distribution to the left.